making me antsy.
Got to have a plan first. Got to trust Jaheira to come up with one.
I don't.
I do.
That's why we're still...
We've shared but one victory, friend.
Little busy. Sorry.
Pretty, but it can take a bit.
Hey! That's close enough. Artifact or no, I don't like the likes of you crashing our party.
Give it a rest, Alfred. We need all the goddamned help we can get. Rescue party.
Not that you'll give a triple shot damn, but we were ambushed by them bloody cultists. Bastards torched the pigsty we were staying in and made off with the Grand Duke of Baldur's Gate himself. Sure did. For all the good that does us.
She's inside. One of the ground floor chambers.
Guess you need to be a goddamned counselor to get room and board around here. Gods, what I wouldn't give to be back in the gate. Place like this makes you miss home, hey? Harpers are awfully optimistic about their plans. Ask me. Plan for the worst.
Go safely. Jaheira will see us through this matter. She always does.
Hope you know what you're doing.
You better, or I'm a dead man walking.
Aren't we all?
Not as long as we can put up a fight with them.
From up here, you can almost pretend Isabel's light is the sun. I'd rather be up here than drowning in the dark.
Wish we had stone or steel.
I wish we had a bloody army.
I wish we'd gear up and head out. All this standing around is making me antsy.
Got to have a plan first. Got to trust Jaheira to come up with one.
I don't.
I do.
That's why we're still
How's the
standing
barricade
around.
coming along?
It ain't pretty, but it can take a beating.
It'll need to. Cleric's magic won't hold out the darkness forever.
My faith will guide me.
Seen alleyways in Baldur's Gate that are
blood, this is heavy.
worse.
Yeah?
Heapside narrows at nighttime,
It's for a good
That's me.
cause.
and you're likely to become some dagger's new sheath.
Aye. Ain't mine.
Our asses.
Jaheira wants to know about supplies when we make it home.
Burning through our oil, but it should just about do.
Just about.
Just about. We shouldn't hang around too long, though.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it.
See any movement out there?
Too dark to tell.
What's next, I wonder?
I bet they're close.
You Graven Guards
Watching
still
us.
alive, you reckon?
He better be. Or I'm a dead man walking.
Aren't we all?
Not as long as we can put up a fight, we're not.
Good man.
Here. There's more where that came from.
Wish we had stone. Or steel.
I wish we had a bloody army.
I wish we'd gear up and head out. All this standing around is making me antsy.
Got to have a plan first.
Is that blood?
Got to
No,
trust
never
Jahira
mind.
to come up with one.
I don't.
I do.
Well, that's why we're still standing around.
How's the barracks?
Pretty, but it can take a beating.
See any movement out there?
Jahira wants to know about supplies when we make it home.
Dark to tell.
Our oil, but it should just...
Free as you are, this is no time for a natter. Head on into Last Light. Free as you are.
Open up. I'll take that. Already feeling better.
standing around is making.
Best head inside. There's food and warmth to spare. I'd not tarry out here, were I you.
The Last Light Inn does not permit the bearing of arms. For the safety of all patrons, please leave your weapons at the door.
This place gives me the creeps.
Areas in Baldur's Gate that are plenty worse.
Right here!
What a vicious-looking creature. I swear its eyes are following me.
Eager for battle. I suppose this stuffed beast is some kind of trophy. Well, I'm
Look at the size of that thing. It could eat a person whole. Or a double portion of silvery.
Have a gander at the finest stock.
Wait, that bear? Darkmoor the Wicked? The terror of Cloakwood? You stole away more children than any vampire. And look at you now.
What to do?
Patrols report more activity
Is that
among the
Darkmoor the Wicked?
Preparing to march.
I don't believe it.
Premium trinkets and doodahs.
His territory ran from the Wood of Sharp Teeth to Cloakwood. It took half an army to drive him out. How did he end up here?
Darkmoor the Wicked. The tale is known even to the Githyanki. It's said that it took 500 warriors to drive him from his lands. I thought he'd be bigger.
I'll celebrate when Ketheric's dead. Not before.
That's Darkmoor the Wicked. Imagine meeting him in the flesh. Or rather, in the hide and stuffing. Everything from the Wood of Sharp Teeth to Cloakwood was his hunting ground. Until a small army rallied to take him down. That's Darkmoor the Wicked. Imagine meeting him in the flesh.
Don't be shy. Have a gander at the finest.
Everything from the Wood of Sharp Teeth to Cloakwood was his hunting ground.
Copper for your thoughts. Looks like your troops all trooped up. Let's...
Go ahead.
Would that I could. But you're on to rock. Back in the...
Well met. I'm up for the challenge. I like...
Premium trinkets and...
Wait. Hope the trousseau comes through. Yes, we wait. If we're called, we join the fight against Ketherec. And with the
I could
trousseau,
go for a good meal.
we'll land the final...
Darkmoor the Wicked! Legendary King of the Forest! Legend has it, his kingdom ran from the Wood of Sharp Teeth to Cloakwood. How'd he end up here?
We're a long way from Waterdeep.
Last Light's best
Believe it or
bargains,
not, but I
right
know
here.
that stuff bear. Darkmoor the Wicked. Oh, he terrorized everyone and everything between the woods of Cloak and Sharp Teeth. Odd place for him to end up, this.
The pride of the gate. Drawmore the Wicked, straight from the storybooks. It took a veritable army to run him from the Wood of Sharp Teeth. Who in the hell's brought him here? Draw more the wicked, straight from the storybooks. It took a veritable army to run him from the Wood of Sharp Teeth. Who in the hell's brought him here?
What's one lost soldier among thousands?
Take a moment, Bran. Savor our victory over the Dryder.
I'll celebrate when Ketheric's dead. Not before.
We're still alive, Bran. That's worth a cheer at the very least.
Have you ever known me to cheer?
There's always a first time.
Your job is to serve drinks, you little devil. Do it. I'm not shouting.
All's well that ends not as bad as it could have.
Greeting. Make space, and my ready.
Yes? Well, obviously I would. Excellent.
May the darkness protect you.
I
I'd join you, but things are looking wonderful.
Premium trinkets and doodads!
Wait. Hope the trousseau comes through.
Yes, we wait. If we're called, we join the fight against Ketheric. And with the true soul.
What's on your mind?
I'd be delighted, though wonderful.
Seems someone's been skimming our supplies.
Check it out! We've gone legitimate, and Mole put me in charge. What do you need? I'm alive, ain't I? What's not to like? I'm not supposed to mention it to anyone, but I do have something pretty special in stock. A key. What does it look like? What does it open? What treasures await behind its lock? That's for one lucky buyer to find out. Mole gave it to me and said I shouldn't let it go to just any old jackaday. I mean, maybe. But she put me in charge of the shop. I thought... Never mind. Here. You can have it then. Don't be shy. Have a gander at the finest stock. In the market for something special? Pleasure doing business with you. Premium trinkets and doodads.
Your job is to serve drinks.
Vlaakith's will be done.
Do it.
Last night's best bargains right here.
She wants the same thing we do. To save the city.
Don't be shy. Have a gander at the finest stock.
Action, not reaction.
Don't wander far. We need to talk.
Premium trinkets and doodahs.
Hand me the bottle, it's not hard.
I wouldn't go that far. But her focus is on stopping the cult.
And I don't want to give you a lesson.
Lae'zel's doing her best. She shows no signs of thinking.
Last Light's best bargains right here.
Patrols report more activity among the cultists, Mom. Preparing to march, I wager. Seems that way.
Charging into their shadows. The plan is to do nothing. Let the Duke rot in prison while Baldur's Gate burns.
Far from us. We need a way into the towers. I intend to find one.
Don't be shy. Have a gander at the finest stock.
She wants the same thing we do. To save the city.
She doesn't care if the Grand Duke lives or dies. I wouldn't go that far. But her focus is on stopping the cult, and I suspect she'd sacrifice anyone to achieve that. Jaelar's doing her best, but he shows no signs of winking. But Baldur's Gate...
Hiss! I say hiss! This is my territory, and you're in it. I'll allow it. I slinked, of course. Good of you to notice. For my part, I have noticed the cleric is a liar. She promised me a bit of milk. Do you see any milk, do you? Nor do I. Disgraceful. You've had enough. Now go. Quickly. Hiss.
Alternative in mind, please.
Don't be shy. Have a gander at the finest stock.
Don't even know if he'll ever recover. So the plan is to do nothing. Let the Duke rot in prison while Baldur's Gate burns.
Far from it. We need a way into the towers. I intend to find one. What I won't do is send any more of our people into the curse.
Any help from Jaheira?
She wants the same thing we do. To save the city.
But she doesn't care if the Grand Duke lives or dies. I wouldn't go that far. But her focus is on stopping the cult, and I suspect she'd sacrifice anyone to achieve that. Jaelar's doing her best, but he shows no signs of waking.
We can wait.
But Baldur's Gate can't.
If you have an alternative in mind, please do propose it. Patience. He may know a way through the curse.
Don't even know if he'll ever recover.
But we do know that anyone who goes charging into those shadows is dead.
So the plan is to do nothing. Let the Duke rot in prison while Baldur's Gate burns.
Far from it. We need a way into the towers. I intend to find one. What I won't do is send any more of our people into the curse.
Any help from Jaheira?
She wants the same thing we do. To save the city.
But she doesn't care if the lives or dies. I wouldn't go that far. But her focus is on stopping the cult. And I suspect she'd sacrifice anyone to achieve that. Jaelar's doing her best, but he shows no signs of waking.
We can wait.
But Baldur's Gate can't.
If you have an alternative in mind, please do propose it. Patience. He may know the way through the curse.
Don't even know if he'll ever recover.
But we do know that anyone who goes to charge
Good. We'll leave soon. We don't want any surprises. Yes, Mom.
Last night's best bargains, right here!
Seems that way.
Daylight's doing her best, but
Take a
shows no
moment,
signs of
Bran.
waking.
Savor our victory over this rider.
The Baldur's Gate celebrate when Catherine is
If you have
dead.
an alternative in mind,
Not
please
before.
do.
We're still alive, Bran. That's worth a cheer at the very least.
You ever know
May
we need
know
to
ways.
cheer?
There's always the first
Never
time.
recover.
But we do know that anyone who goes charging into those shadows is
Don't be shy. Have a gander at the finest stock.
Rot in prison while Baldur's Gate burns.
far from us. We need a way into the towers. I intend to find them. What I won't do is send any more of our people into the curse.
Any help from Jahira?
She wants the same thing we do. To save the city.
But she doesn't care if the Grand Duke lives or dies. I wouldn't go that far. But her focus is on stopping the cult, and I suspect she'd sacrifice anyone to achieve that.
Who does?
Daylight's doing her best. He shows no signs of waking.
We can wait.
But Baldur's Gate can't.
Seen alleyways in Baldur's Gate that are plenty worse.
Do know that anyone who goes charging into those shadows is
The plan is to do nothing. Let the Duke rot in prison while Baldur's Gate burns.
Here.
far from us. We need a way into the towers. I intend to find one. What I won't do is send any more of our people into the curse.
Any help from Jahira?
She wants the same thing we do. To save.
Nice to see a friendly face come out the shadows for once. Gods be with you.
I suspect she'd sacrifice anyone to achieve that. Daylight's doing her best. He shows no signs of waking.
We can wait.
But Baldur's Gate can't.
If you have an alternative in mind, please do propose it. Patience. He may know a way through the curse.
We don't even know if he'll ever recover.
But we do know that anyone who goes charging into those shadows is doomed.
So the plan is to do nothing. Let the Duke rot in prison while Baldur's Gate burns.
Far from us. We need a way into the towers. I intend to find one. What I won't do is send any more of our people into the curse.
Any help from Jahira?
She wants the same thing we do. To save the city.
But she doesn't care if the Grand Duke lives or dies. I wouldn't go that far. But her focus is on stopping the cult, and I suspect she'd sacrifice anyone to achieve that. Daylight's doing her best. She shows no signs of waking.
Last night's best.
Baldur's Gate can't.
If you have an alternative in mind, please do propose it. Patience. He may know a way through the curse.
We don't even know if he'll ever recover.
But we do know that anyone who goes charging into those shadows is dead.
So the plan is to do nothing. Let the Duke rot in prison while Baldur's Gate burns.
Far from us. We need a way into the towers. I intend to
Shy.
find one.
Have a gander
But I
at the
won't
finest.
Any help from Jahira?
She wants the same thing we do. To save the city.
She doesn't care if the Grand Duke lives or dies. I wouldn't go that far.
We're discussing fist business, and you're no fist. This is no place for amateurs.
Baldur's Gate.
Flame Colour. That's your name, isn't it? Art Colour? I'm Fistula.
Nathaniel and me climbing up a tree.
We need you, sir. One of our own's been taken, a Grand Duke. You might know something that could help us bring him back. We found him out in the shadows, just wandering. Nothing survives out there for long. Don't know how he made it, or where he came from.
This is no physical ailment. It is a spiritual malaise. The man's mind has been gripped by the Shadowfell, yet it has not broken.
Really? Could you bring him here? You'd be glad of the help, wouldn't you, sir? You hear me, don't you, sir? You might not be able to answer, but you hear me. A century locked inside a Sharan curse will do things to a man. But you're not alone, sir. We're here with you. And I'm sure you've got relations, maybe some long-lived friends even, who'll want to be seeing you. No, not till I met Art, anyway. It seems to be all he remembers. This was in his pocket. He doesn't seem to have any reaction to it now, but he held on to it for 100 years anyway. Thank you.
Patience. But we do know that anyone who goes charging into those shadows is dead.
The
plan is to do nothing. Let the Duke rot in prison while Baldur's Gate burns.
Far we need a way into the towers. I intend to find one. What I won't do is send any more of our people into the curse.
Any help from Jaheira?
She wants the same thing we do.
So he was at the House of Healing. Wonder what he found.
Soldier? No room in your party. What? Let...
Daylight's doing her best. He shows no signs of waking.
We can wait.
But Baldur's Gate can't.
If you have an alternative in mind, please do propose it. Patience. We may know a way through the curse.
Don't even know if he'll ever recover.
But we do know that anyone who goes charging into those shadows is dead.
So the plan is to do nothing. Let the Duke rot in prison while Baldur's Gate burns.
Far from it. We need a way into the towers. I intend to find one. What I won't do
wish to live in more interesting times.
What's on your mind?
I'd be delighted, though some...
Back in.
Any help from Jaheira?
She wants the same thing we do. To save the city.
But she doesn't care if the Grand Duke lives or dies. I wouldn't go that far.
Please, if you have any idea how to get through to him.
You can't determine the nature of his ailment. The patient is physically well, but psychologically detached, dissociated from himself.
He's been in the Shadowfell. All memories will have been stripped away. We need to remind him who he is. Some personal effects, maybe?
Lost in the shadows all this time. He must have left some part of himself behind. Something we can use.
If he does, he isn't sane.
His fingertips sport calluses and toughened skin, as if from manual labor, or playing a stringed instrument, perhaps.
So the plan is to do nothing. Let the Duke rot in prison while Baldur's Gate burns.
Far from it. We need a way into the towers. I intend to find one. What I won't do is send any more of our people into the curse.
Any help from Jaheira?
She wants the same thing we do. To save the city.
But she doesn't care if the Grand Duke lives or dies. I wouldn't go that far. Her focus is on stopping
monsters snuffling and stalking in the shade where we are walking.
You wish to speak? He is? Then I must see him. Insensible or not, he knows something. I will go to see him at once. Join me when you can.
Patience. He may know a way through the curse.
We don't even know if he'll ever recover.
But we do know that anyone who goes charging into those shadows
Black
is
and
dead.
red.
So the plan is to do nothing. Let the Duke...
Daniel and me are climbing up a tree.
It's true then. He's met Daniel. There's no other way he'd know that name. This is just what we needed. Well done. We need to wake him. He must know something about where to find Daniel. If he was able to escape the Shadowfell, then it mustn't have managed to consume his spirit. Well, not all of it anyway. We need to unlock whatever's left of him, inside his head. There must be something to trigger him. A word, a memory, an item. We just need to find it. I don't deserve you, my friend.
We need a way into the towers. I intend to find one. What I won't do is send any more of our people into the curse.
Any help from Jahir?
To save the city.
But she doesn't care if the Grand Duke lives or dies.
He keeps saying Daniel's name. He must know more. We need to rouse him. Without Daniel, no. And I don't know how I can find him without speaking to this man. I don't deserve...
Patience. He may know a way through the curse.
We don't even know if he'll ever recover.
But we do know that anyone who goes charging into those shadows is dead.
So the plan is to do nothing. Let the Duke rot in prison while Baldur's Gate burns.
Far from it. We need a way into the towers. I intend to find one. What I won't do is send any more of our people into the curse.
Any help from Jahir?
She wants the same thing we do. To save the city.
If you're poking around this god's forsaken place, you must have someone in Moonrise too. Hope you find them. I'd offer to help, but with Duke Ravengard missing, we can't spare anyone. I'm sorry.
Patience. He may know a way through the curse.
We don't even know if he'll ever recover.
But we do know that anyone who goes charging into those shadows
Always room for more. In prison while Baldur's Gate burns.
Far from it. We need a way into the towers. I intend to find one. What I won't do is send any more of our people into the curse.
Any help from Jahir?
She wants the same thing we do. To save the city.
But she doesn't care if the Grand Duke lives or dies. I wouldn't go that far. But her focus is on stopping the cult. And I suspect she'd sacrifice anyone to achieve that. Taylor's doing her best. He shows no signs of waking.
We can wait.
But Baldur's Gate can't.
If you have an alternative in mind, please do propose it. Patience. He may know a way through the curse.
We don't even know if he'll ever recover.
But we do
Has he shown any sign of coming to his senses?
None. His wits have departed him, I fear.
Do not give up hope just yet.
Prison while Baldur's Gate burns.
Far from it. We need a way into the towers. I intend to find one.
Hail,
What
Art.
I won't do is send
Can you
any
hear me?
more of our people into
We've tried that.
Any help from Jahira?
Nothing.
She wants the same thing we do. To save the city.
But she doesn't care if the Grand Duke lives or dies.
You're heading into the towers, are you? Good. I pray it's not too late for Duke Ravengard. Nothing to be done here. The Duke's in the towers.
Baldur's Gate can't.
An extra blade could be the difference between rescuing Duke Ravengard or losing him forever. I hope you'll help us. I've heard the stories about Moonrise. I hope the Duke is all right.
So the plan is to do nothing. Let the Duke rot in prison while Baldur's Gate burns.
Far from it. We need a way into the towers. I intend to find one. What I won't do is send any more of our people.
He still won't speak. Just keeps going with the bloody song.
Nothing of use on his person.
His original writ of duty, signed by Eltan himself. Fella must be one of the very first Flaming Fist.
He must know something. Let's not give up on him yet. I don't suppose you found a way into the towers? Isabel cleared this place, and he just appeared. We think he's staying at the inn when the curse fell, which means he's been trapped inside for a century. It beggars belief he's alive at all. Hopefully, he'll come round. Tell us something useful about getting through the shadows. Right now, he seems to have little more to him than a refrain from some song or other. Cleric of Selûne. She's got a room upstairs if you want to meet her. Just don't interrupt her while she's doing whatever it is that keeps this place shadow-free. Wouldn't we all? I'm not even sure he's fully conscious, but feel free to say hello. Maybe a new face will inspire him. Unfortunately, I won't be here when he comes around. I'm heading to Baldur's Gate to seek reinforcements. The Council sent a carrier pigeon with news that the city has been dealing with absolutist attacks. The Steel Watch is holding strong. I'll request that Lord Gortash send some of them to aid in the fight against Moonrise. The curse won't harm them.
You know the name Gortash, a councillor with considerable influence on Baldurian industry and politics. But he is no lord.
The Steel Watch are the future of warfare. Gondian automatons that can be sent into battle without risking any lives. Except those of our enemies. Lord Gortash had only completed work on the prototypes before Ravengard and I left for Elturel, but even they were formidable. With the Steel Watch at our backs, we can storm the tower whatever Ketheric throws at us, I'm sure of it. I'll do my best, but there's every chance I'll fall to the curse or the cult before I reach the city. Don't count on me and assume no aid is coming. Work with Jahira. That harper's mind is as sharp as her blade. Follow her guidance. Farewell. We'll meet again, God's willing. The journey back to Baldur's Gate won't be easier, but your task here is harder still. Timora be with you. The journey back to Baldur's...
Heard you're meant to be heading toward the towers. Not sure I'd call it that myself. This fellow's in no condition to help anyone. That makes you our best bet. Hope it's a good one. Looks like you might actually finish what we couldn't. I'm impressed.
Hiding places. Then you and me do just what we please together, waiting for the sun forever.
Last night's best bargain, right here.
Shade where we are walking.
Perimeter's clear, Mom. Good. We'll leave soon, and we don't want any surprises. Yes, Mom.
Don't be shy. Have a gander at the finest stock. I really want to win the treasure hunt. I don't.
Well, cheer at the very least. It's on you. Just do your best. It's always the first time. Your job is to serve drinks.
Thought you'd be 10 yards tall the way Zevlor spoke of you. Ceres, Scout. Seems we missed one another at the Grove, but the others told me how you helped us. A pity. You pulled them from one death trap, only for me to land them in this one.
Aye, and more than half the others with him.
We were ambushed, out in the cursed lands. Cultists of this absolute. Zevlor froze, begged us to surrender. But they were toying with us, making examples. And we'd had enough of taking it. Those of us who cut free just kept running till we found this place. The others... maybe the cult got them. Maybe the curse. Zevlor had hope. It didn't save him. A little sense will serve us better, I think. But... thanks. It was sweet of you to try. Watch your back out there. If it's not the cult coming for you, it'll be the shadows.
Doodars.
They gathered an entire army.
Last night's best bargains, right here.
Let's get on with it. Better take that.
Don't be shy. Have a gander at the finest stock.
Patrols report more activity among the cultists, Mom. Preparing to march, I wager. Seems that way.
I wanted water. I would bloody
Let's get going.
Oh, you're all right. Thank goodness. I was worried they'd got you too. Honestly, terribly. I still can't believe it. The cultists. The screams. Roland, of all people, saved us. He said he stayed in the Grove because of you. And I'm damn glad of it. Without him, well, none of us would be here. I don't know. It just happened so quickly. How do you do it? How do you keep going? You make it sound so easy. But I'll try. You've done so much for us already. But I have to ask. The others might still be out there. If they're not dead, they're in Moonrise. And gods have mercy on anyone in that hell's pit. Thank you. If anyone can manage it, you can. Just be careful out there, all right? I can't handle anyone else dying. Watch yourself out there. Please.
Please. Be welcome. Have a drink. To your very good health.
You perceive a faint hint of cloth grass, a herb that is said to elicit the truth. Jaheira smiles at you knowingly.
It doesn't spoil the taste, if that's what you're wondering. Bottoms up. Well over a century old, and yet it hasn't lost a hint of flavor. Still not quite so sure about you, though. People tend to lose more than just flavor when illithids get their hands on them. I speak from experience. There's an air about you. Something alien. Answer me true and do not lie. The parasite is changing you, isn't it? Look around you. Good men, good women. Stranded here, 2 feet in the grave. If we're to survive, I have no choice but to trust you. Can I? Good. Because I'll cross your heart myself if you break it. I have every reason to be cautious. I've traced people like you. People with parasites in their brains. All the way here from Baldur's Gate. The cult of the Absolute is spreading through the city. Quietly, quickly, and with unsettling deliberation. We tracked them to this ancient village, only to be faced with a man we killed and buried over a century ago. General Ketheric Thorm. Remember that name. He's the leader of the Absolutists. He was a Sharan once. Took to building an army of dark justiciars beneath this very village. Alongside the local druids, we made it our business to see him deposed, dead and buried. But he's returned. Not only does General Ketheric Thorm live again, it seems he is no longer mortal. He has become, in fact, invincible. We met him on the road here, commanding an army of the Absolute, intent on destroying Baldur's Gate. I put an arrow through his eye myself, only to watch him pluck it out like a splinter. He healed right in front of me and chased us into the shadows. Things looked hopeless, but experience has taught me that no matter how bleak things look, there's always hope. You are that hope. Protected by your artifact, you can infiltrate his forces at Moonrise Towers, posing as a true soul. Find out what it is that makes him invincible, so we can strip him of his advantage. Once Ketheric is without his shield, the sword, together we assault his tower and put a final end to this blight. Any cure starts with understanding the disease. Whatever magic Ketheric's using to control these tadpoles, it must be at Moonrise. Until then, we keep drinking wine when we meet. You're not our only secret weapon. Isabel, a faithful cleric of Selûne, and a light in the darkness. She cast the moon shield around the inn. It's the only reason we're still alive. She's upstairs in her chambers. Tell her I sent you, and she'll see you through the shadows safely. Isabel's in her room upstairs. She'll be expecting you.
Last Light's best bargains, right here!
Lae'zel comes through.
Yes, we wait. If we're called, we join the fight against Kethrin. And with the true soul, we will
Worth grabbing.
have the final blow.
Don't be shy. Have a gander at the finest stock. Premium trinkets and doodads.
Surely a great blow to the cult.
They gathered an entire army. What's one lost soldier among thousands?
Last Light's best bargains, right here.
I've got a long road ahead.
Might as well.
Take a moment, Bran.
We're still alive, Bran. That's worth a shear at the very least. There's always a first time.
Premium trinkets and doodads.
Just check for anything useful.
Yes, we wait. If we're called, we join the fight against Kethrin. And with the true soul, we will land the final blow.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Your move, Maul.
You trapped me? I didn't even want to take this one.
Kalimshan rules, dear. The first piece touched is the first piece moved.
That's garbage! No matter where the night goes, I'm gonna lose it!
Then make the sacrifice useful. Guard your Mistra, or come for my Cyric.
Look who made it! For once, I saved your butt out there, didn't I? We're square now, Chief. Say, do you play lance ball by any chance? It's my first time playing.
The keen gleam in Moll's eyes reveals the lie. She knows the game well, and she wants to win.
Always laid a fine trap for you, Mole. It looks to me like his Cyric could be dethroned.
them sham rules.
Brava. Lovely work. I see I was right to make you the offer I did. You will consider it, won't you? What a lovely specimen she is. A blushing apple begging to be plucked. She cheated, of course, but that's half her charm. My favorite kind, ambition. But don't you worry about Moll. It goes without saying she still has the unconditional freedom to choose the only option she has left. Besides, I do enjoy being in this neighborhood again. It has such a rich history of abject tragedy. And tragedy, my friend, well, there's my bread and bloody butter. Why spoil it? It's all out there, waiting to be discovered. You never know what you might find if you just dig a little deeper. She won. She has a taste for it now. She'll be the one who comes to me. But enough about my lesser pursuits. Why bother with trifles when I'm in the illustrious presence of my very favorite client? Tell me, oh apple of my eye, how have you been? You don't have any gills to get green around yet, but you do look a little worse for wear in this light. All thumbs, rather, the way you've been stumbling about the place. But at least I can't say I'm not entertained. In fact, I'm quite confident you still have a few good days in you yet. Precious time to practice begging for my help with your bare knees in the dirt. I really am at my magnanimous best when people make an effort. See you soon.
I wonder what the next move is.
Hand me the bottle, it's not hard. And I don't want to give you a lasting, but I will, damn it!
Still alive.
Good to see you're still breathing. It's the best we can hope for. Rest while you can. Just not in the beds. Unless your tadpole wants lice for company.
Can't afford to stay idle. Might be useful. Worth a rummage.
Looking ahead.
Nice strategy back there. If we put our heads together, I bet you and me could make a tidy stack of coin in Baldur's Gate. But Raphael's offered me a partnership already, and it seems like a sweeter deal than throwing my lot in with you. So what if Raphael's a devil? Means he's got the power to keep his promise. Also, bit rich for you to tell me who I can or can't make deals with, all things considered. Protection for me and my kids, that's all. Not that it's any of your business. I'm not poking my nose into whatever trade you made with him. Looked like he was doing a pretty good job. If I had to deal with gods and worms in my head, I'd make a deal with anyone. Look, you saved us. Not knocking that. But after you left, Zevlor lost his nerve. Gave up the fight. I won't. Now there's no grove, no coin, no one taking us to the city. I'm not letting my crew get eaten by shadows. Maybe I'll make a deal, maybe I won't. But it'll be my choice, not the devil's, and not yours. Wonder if I could con some gold off that cleric.
Don't be shy. Have a gander at the finest stock.
Wonder if I could con some...
Get the bottle. Hand me the bottle. It's not hard.
I don't want to.
And I don't want to give you a lashing, but I will, damn it!
There's another bottle of Arabellan Dry back there. Put it on the bar, then piss off and leave me alone.
Jaheira said we should serve drinks, but that we shouldn't serve drunks.
Jaheira didn't save your ragged little tail from the cultists. I did. Cute. Maybe she'll write a ballad about me. She can leave out the part where my brother and sister were dragged away screaming while I was saving the orphans. If you hadn't filled their heads with all that self-righteous, heroic crap at the Grove, none of this would have happened. They're my responsibility. You go save the world, or your own arse, or whatever it is you do. I'll fix this.
Have a gander at the finest stock.
I don't need your help, and I don't need your pity. Dead for all I know. Or in the cult's tower with the others who were taken. They're my responsibility. You go save the world.
I tried telling Mr. Rowland that he'd had enough too. He didn't like it then either. Mr. Rowland isn't in a very good mood.
If this is about Roland, go away! He called me a ragged little devil!
should say sorry. All I did was tell him he shouldn't drink anymore. It was for his own good. He can barely stand up straight. Yeah, he did save us after all. Anyway, it's his loss. I found this book. Old, dusty, full of strange lettering. Pretty sure it's magic. I was gonna give it to Roland so he could learn new spells, you know? Beats drinking till he forgets the ones he knows. It's for Roland. Anyway, I'm sick of talking. You can go now. Bye-bye.
Whatever comes, I'm ready.
Finest stuff.
Better fetch that.
Can't say I have, but if I do, you'll be the first to know. I promise, kid.
My faith protects me.
Last light's best bargain, right here. Don't be shy. Have a gander. Finest stuff.
Someone didn't finish. It wasn't very nice. Maul says if you like it, it means you're a grown-up. Being a grown-up takes...
A faded advertisement, its message still faintly legible. Fresh veg and fancy fruit. Buy 2, get 1 free.
Nice strategy back there. If we put our heads together, I bet you and me could make a tidy stack of coin in Baldur's Gate. But Raphael's offered me a partnership already, and it seems like a sweeter deal than throwing my lost protection for me.
Her smile is broad, her eyes twinkling, her face the very picture of innocence. She's clearly lying.
But I haven't accepted nothing yet. Sounds like you're in deeper than I am. He said he could get me and my gang to Baldur's Gate. I reckon he can do it too. Don't care what your law says. And also, when we get there, I'd be head of the Thieves' Guild. Easy for you to say. You can do what you want, go where you want. My kids need protecting, and I'm gonna protect them. Look, you saved us. Not knocking that. Now there's no Maybe I'll make a deal. Maybe... Promise?
No time to rest.
Only a few words are still legible. Beef pie, lamb stew, and chicken soup.
That's worth a cheer at the very least.
The colours are faded, but the words are not. An ale between friends is worth 10 cups of tea.
Premium trinkets and doodahs.
Still me, even after everything.
I really want to win the treasure hunt. Ida always wins.
Well, my coin is on you. Just do your best, all right?
I will. This place is awesome! There's so much stuff! Maybe I'll find a sword or an axe.
What am I to do? That's curious.
No one stopped me yet.
How goes the treasure hunt?
I haven't found anything yet, but I will. I can feel it.
No doubt. Just keep your eyes peeled.
I missed that! Awesome!
Rest while you can.
Wits and blades, always.
Bargains right here!
Might as well take a look.
Can't give up now.
Don't be shy. Have a gander at the finest stuff.
Never a dull moment.
I'll see what I can learn.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Take it easy while you can. We'll keep the watch. Glad you made it through the dark.
There is work to do.
Don't be shy. Have a gander.
Better get to it.
Mug of ale, 4 CP. Chopped cheek, 3 SP. Daily special, inquire.
Ignorance breeds madness.
Likely to become some dagger's new sheep.
Ain't my neck of the woods.
Count the lucky stars.
Found and taken.
Open up. Enough waiting. I crave blood.
What's next? what we have here? No harm in a little conversation.
I didn't drop anything. Don't be shy. Have a gander at the finest stock.
The Last Light Inn does not permit the bearing of arms. For the safety of all patrons, please leave your weapons at the door.
I'll grab that.
Premium trinkets and doodahs.
Drider doing the cult's work. The Absolute's claws have dug deep.
His death was surely a great blow to the cult.
They gathered an entire army. All this standing was one lost soldier among thousands.
Plan first. Got to trust Jahira to come up with one.
I don't.
I do.
That's why this round.
I've got a long road ahead.
You were something else out in the shadows. Won't forget it, that's for damn sure. Reckon you're our last hope, but can't say I'm worried.
I'll be honest. Didn't think we stood a chance. Not till you came along. I'll be honest. Didn't think...
Blood, this is heavy.
Take a moment, Bran. Savor our victory over the Drider.
I'll celebrate when Ketheric's dead. Not before.
We're still alive, Bran. That's worth a cheer at the very least.
Have you ever known me to cheer?
There's always a first time.
What am I to do?
This is easy. We should have...
So now what? Just wait. Hope the true soul comes through.
Yes, wait. If we're called, we join the fight against Ketheric. With the true soul, we will land the final blow.
Fucking drop.
A bust of Ketheric Thorm as he once was, a devotee of Selûne.
Drider doing the cult's work. The Absolute's claws.
Shot. Have a gander at the finest stock.
They've gathered an entire army. Was one lost soldier among thousands?
intriguing. I should take that.
Unnoticed. Good.
All right, what now?
child to speak.
Fallen druids of the Emerald Enclave. They died trying to stop Catherick Thorm long ago. Fallen members of the Emerald Enclave. Casualties in the war against Catherick Thorm years past. Dark justiciars who fell long ago in service of Shah and Catherick Thorm. Dark justiciars who fell long ago in service of Shah and Catherick Thorm. The dead of the Emerald Enclave. They lay here ever since their war against Catherick Thorm. Dark justiciars who fell long ago in service of Shah and Catherick Thorm. Fallen druids of the Emerald Enclave. They died trying to stop Catherick Thorm long ago.
Something over there.
You see an old boot, balanced upside down on a cobbler's knee as he taps the final nail into the new sole. Could as new.
Let's move. Is that Roland? Sense than this. Make way.
Got to move.
Come on, can't stay idle.
Tormento!
Onward.
Taste my fury.
Gods damn it all! I could do nothing right! Not a damn thing! Yes, there is. I came here to save Cal and Leah. Instead, I found myself cornered by shadow fiends and in need of rescue. From you, of all bloody people. Or not hard enough. I failed Cal and Leah again. Be on your way. I'll return to Last Light. I know when I'm outmatched.
There is work to do.
You sensed that this one was once a fisherman, taught by his father. She was a healer, trying to aid the wounded in the battle against the Sharans. But there were so many.
Let's get going.
You sense a faded memory of marching in an army against Ketheric Thorm. Victory seemed possible then.
Which way to the nearest library?
Wits and blades always sharp.
There's no time to waste.
Still breathing, despite everything.
I wonder what the next move is.
Action, not reaction.
Direct me.
You sensed that this one was once a fisherman, taught by his father.
What's next?
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it.
No rest for the wicked, I see.
Oh, enough waiting. I crave blood. Looking ahead. With a flick of the wrist.
Yes. Perhaps if you lost...
My faith will guide me.
How delicious. Tread carefully.
Indolence breeds madness.
What now?
Can't give up now.
No time to dally.
Careful, I bite.
I'm ready. Whatever it takes.
I'd better do the talking. Got to keep moving.
Trust no one.
Blacket's will be done. Onward.
Keep a blade close. Don't linger.
At least things have stayed interesting. Moving in.
I'm ready. On I go. Let's see what's to be said. Might find something useful.
Keep your distance, darling. Watch the shadows.
Fallen druids of the Emerald Enclave. They died trying to stop Catherick Thorm long ago.
What's in here?
No time to rest.
Let's get on with it.
Don't mind if I do.
hauliers and merchants wanted. Sail the silvery seas, gaze upon the gate. No experience required.
If I must.
That was long ago.
Tread lightly.
way to go still.
Fallen druids of the Emerald Enclave. They died trying to stop Catherick Thorm long ago.
Jahira wants to know about supplies. Can we make it home?
Burning through our oil, but it should just about do.
Just about?
Just about. We shouldn't hang around too long, though.
How's the barricade coming along?
It ain't pretty, but it can take a beating.
It'll need to. Cleric's magic won't hold out the darkness forever.
Be grateful God's still alive, you reckon? You better be. Or I'm a dead man walking. Aren't we all? As long as we keep it up a fight. Good man.
God's blood, this is heavy.
It's for a good cause.
Aye. Our ass.
What's next, I wonder?
No one stopped me yet.
We offer our prayers to the Dark Lady, whose comfort and grace heals all. We offer our pain to the Lady of Loss, that she may truly know her faithful. We offer ourselves to the darkness, that blessed Shah may give us her mercy.
Someone there?
A crooked touch.
All's well that ends not as bad as it could have.